Hello, wonderful people. Justin here to talk about TikTok and what it means for your web performance. So I got this question today that said, hey, Justin, why don't you have a web component that's just for embedding TikTok? And I really hadn't thought about it. So I decided, okay, yeah, sure, I could do that real quick. No problem. Boom. Yeah. And then I looked at TikTok and I said, wow, that is terrible. And so, as with most things, this requires explanation. So here we have a embed of a duck video from yours truly, who doesn't love ducks. And you'll see here that it's the standard sort of embed because TikTok really only has one embed. So it looks like this. It does not autoplay. So the problem that I didn't realize when I was asked this question was the embed is junk. So if we look here, we will note that just with third-party requests for this single embed on one load, it is next to 9 megs for my little 13-second video. This accounts for about 500K worth of JavaScript loaded in that iframe to deal with this embed. If you look at the sheer volume of images, you're going, Justin, there's only one placeholder, and yet it loads stacks of images in preparation for when your video is complete. And if you really want to see something that hurts, you can see the entire video is loaded, even though I've never hit play on this. So the embed is not your performance friend. If you want a fast experience on the web and you're trying to embed TikTok videos, I have bad news for you. That's not a thing. So what's a web component author to do? Well, I came up with this. So this is called Light TikTok. You will note it looks very much like my other component, Light YouTube. It has a video ID. From TikTok, it loads a TikTok-ish looking thing. Now, the problem you will also quickly run into with TikTok is they have no API. It is just terrible. So you can't actually tell it to play anything. So if I click this, it's going to dance and it's going to load up that very embed, but you're not going to get an autoplay. And I have tried all kinds of hacky things. I have dug through their code. They don't have an event to do this, presumably. Either that, I just didn't look long enough. I didn't spend that much time on it. People, come on, I've got things to do. But again, at least you didn't load 10 megs on the first load, right? The other thing we can do is we could say, if we reload this real quick, we can also use the intersection observer. So if you really want a single click experience, you can get there just by using the intersection observer because Light TikTok also has auto load, much like Light YouTube does. So you get a better experience, but it's still going to burn you up. So be forewarned, people who wish to embed TikToks. It is not the most performant embedded experience ever. It's going to load a lot of data. And I've tried this on mobile. I've tried this in different contexts. I've looked through that code. It is truly terrible. So again, Light TikTok, it's on GitHub. There's a link in the description below. I published a really early version on NPM, so if you want to play with it, you can. It is not perfect by any means. I would consider it experimental, but at least if you want a better experience and you don't want to burn up your main thread or block up on a whole bunch of junk that's not yours, you can use, Light TikTok for your needs. So I hope you found this informative. Make sure if you have questions to leave me a comment in the tracker or send me an email. And again, I hope you have a great rest of your week.